Alright, imagine this: snow falling outside TBFC headquarters, alarms flashing on screens, and a big red warning pops up: weak security just before the holidays. That's how we kick off day one of Advent of Cyber. We are not easing in gently, we are getting thrown straight into prep mode, because before the real attack starts, we need our fundamentals tight. We spin up the first VM and immediately get hit with a warning: weak passwords detected across dozens of accounts. Now here's the twist: this isn't about hacking anything yet. It's about defending properly. Strong passwords are still one of the biggest controls against OWASP top 10 issues like broken authentication. We are talking length, complexity, uniqueness, no reuse junk. We update MaxKiDi's credentials, meet all the requirements, lock it in, and just like that, the system gives us our first flag. Simple lesson, big impact: attackers love weak passwords because they work way too often. Now here's the twist. Someone drops off a USB labeled Sokma's Party playlist. Festive, right? Inside is a file called chocolate.exe. And this is where real-world instincts matter. Unknown source, executable file, holiday bait, huge red flag. Instead of double-clicking like it's December 24th, we scan it on VirusTotal. Most engines say it's clean, but one doesn't. And that's enough. Security isn't about majority votes. One credible detection is all it takes to treat it as malicious. We flag it correctly, submit our answer, and move on. That's Threat Intelligence 101. Next up, we jump into the attack box. Linux terminal, no GUI hand-holding. This is where a lot of people panic, but we don't. We list files, spot a directory, move into it, and start digging. Now here's the twist: nothing obvious at first glance. But hidden files are a thing. We read what's there, follow the instructions, and uncover the message hiding in plain sight. This is foundational command line literacy, the same skills used in real investigations, pen tests, and incident response. Then we switch words. Windows CMD, different vibe, different commands, same mindset. We navigate folders, list contents, read files, and once again, nothing obvious. Now here's the twist: hidden files don't show unless you ask properly. One extra flag on the command reveals what was concealed all along. We open the hidden file, grab the flag, and reinforce an important lesson: attackers hide things, defenders need to know how to look. We head back into Linux for round 2. Same concept, different syntax. Hidden files start with a dot. One command shows everything, another reads the secret message. Boom, flag secured. At this point, we are seeing a pattern: visibility matters. Whether it's files, permissions, or logs, what you don't see can hurt you. Now things get more real world. TBFC might have been breached, and MaxKiDi's worried his email was part of it. We take the email and check it against breached databases. And yeah, it shows up. Now here's the twist: awareness is power. Knowing you're compromised lets you rotate credentials, enable MFA, and limit blast radius. We dig into the breach details, confirm exposure, and grab the flag. Next stop, Wi-Fi woes. A router still using default credentials. This is straight out of every incident report ever written. Admin/admin still strikes again. We log in, change the password to something strong, save the config, and lock it down. Default credentials are literally listed in OWASP because attackers don't need skill when admins don't change settings. Then things get sneaky. MaxKiDi's social accounts are acting weird, posting stuff he didn't write. We check connected apps and permissions. Now here's the twist: one app has way more access than it should. That's excessive permissions, a classic security misconfiguration. We revoke access, contain the issue, and earn the flag. Least privilege isn't just theory, it's damage control. After that, we deal with Festive Bot, an AI chatbot that's way too chatty. It's leaking credentials, internal URLs, and sensitive details. This ties directly into modern OWASP risks around insecure AI and data exposure. We identify which responses cross the line, flag them properly, and shut it down. AI is powerful, but without guardrails, it becomes an insider threat that never sleeps. Finally, we are staring at web server logs. Most entries look normal until one stands out. A weird user agent. Automated. Not human. Now here's the twist, bots leave fingerprints too. We identify the suspicious entry, submit it, and grab the final flag. Log analysis like this is how real attacks get spotted before damage spreads. And just like that, all 10 challenges are done. The prep track isn't flashy, but it's critical. This is the foundation everything else in Advent of Cyber is built on. Before we wrap up, remember this: always attempt rooms first. Struggling is how your brain actually learns this stuff. Everything we did here stays strictly within TryHackMe's scope. Real-world hacking always requires written permission. If you want to learn alongside over 850,000 ethical hackers, the Discord link is waiting for you below. And if you want day 2's walkthrough, where things start getting spicy with cloud privilege escalation, smash that subscribe button. We are just getting started.